Good evening, everyone. This is Zach from BigBangCrypto. In today's video, we will be going over the trading bot. We have made some updates to make the bot better and fix some issues that we were having, some small issues. So I'll be showcasing the new software. I'll be sharing the new software with the users. First of all, let me thank all the new users for joining. I see a lot of new faces, which I'm very happy to see. And they're also having good results right from the start, which is amazing to see. Yeah, thank you guys for joining. If you guys watching this video, please give this video a like and share this video so more people can find out about our software. Yeah, that's first thing first. So let's dive right into it. So we released a new software, and we currently have about like 13 active users. I already shared some statistics about how we're doing currently, which is amazing to see. I shared this today, well, midnight. In the last 48 hours, we've done, at the time of writing this, 2,690 completed trades, which means entry plus exit. So you have to double this amount, and that's the completed filled orders that we've done with 9 active users over this 48-hour period. Okay, so that's on average 150 completed trades per user per day. Right? That's insane, guys. That's amazing. You guys are doing really, really well. Keep that exposure low and just make the amount of contracts count. And all those rebates will count. All those small profits will count. The only thing that can put in danger in this strategy is, of course, overexposing, being too stubborn, not decreasing your exposure when you're seeing that we're going up. So, for example, when I was sharing this yesterday, I was clearly sharing that we were. I think I have to go a little bit up. Yeah, so I was sharing that this is an important area. We were kind of locked up between these EMAs. This is the 21 EMA, this is a 144 EMA, and we were kind of stuck between them. At some point, I thought we would definitely go down because this VWAP was also coming down on us. But then I shared this, guys. You have to read the market. You are not in charge of this market, right? You are not the person leading this market. You have to listen to the leader, and the leader was currently saying, okay, I'm going to bounce from this EMA. These two EMAs are bigger as well, so it made a lot of sense to have a bounce here. If there were bulls alive, and they were alive, they pushed this candle back above the VWAP, and that's where we said those bigger EMAs held. So, and they definitely did, guys. So this is that push down, and then basically we get one green move up. Yeah, don't be stubborn. Don't get caught against the trend for too big of a period. So in this video, I'll also discuss for the new users, like how do you start off, which strategy do you start off with? Because I get a lot of questions of like, okay, I started 3 or 4 tables at the same time, and now I'm in a bad position. Well, you cannot have 4 strategies running at the same time on one balance, because if they're all or if they overlay each other, so basically you're running 2 strategies that are both bearish, well, those contracts will add up, right? So you could have like more exposure than you want to have on that account. So let's go back to the completed trades, because I think 150 completed trades on average per user is an amazing amount. This is all on the mainnet. Okay, so this data that I'm pulling right now is all mainnet data, um, which I'll show you in a second. Let me just load it up quickly. So we'll just load up the current active users and see how much trade we currently have. So we give this some time. So let's see, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we have 12 users now currently online. So that's amazing. We have some more active users than we had yesterday when I was sharing that. And guys, have a look. We have nearly 3.7K completed trades. So since sending out this post, 1 a.m. yesterday, we've already done another 1,000 completed trades over 12 users, guys, and the day hasn't ended yet. Okay, so the new 24 hours haven't ended. So this is amazing, and of course we have more data on the agents, which I'll share with the group over time. And yeah, just keep making good trades, and if you can change the agent names so that we can see in the database who is doing which trades, so we can make a nice competition or something out of it. I think that's fun. Yeah, good job on the amount of trades. You guys are killing it. Very active trading. You can keep the amounts low, but I think the active trading will definitely benefit all of us. So that's great. Let's go on to the new version. So we had one small issue with our last release. The issue was mainly that when you create webhook signals, so the issue only had to do with connecting to TradingView, and if you had an alert that had to close certain positions, the message that we created for you guys wasn't correct. There was a small mistake in it that yeah, that we have corrected currently, and we will share with you the new version. There are some other small changes that we've made, which I will also show you, and I will set up an account on the testnet with a whole new trading bot, right? So you guys can follow along this video and start up your bots just the way that I do, and I will do some thinking about, okay, which table do I want to run, and show you guys how you can set levels really quickly. Like the whole process, we'll go over it again just to refresh our memories and see, yeah, like speed up the whole process for everyone. For example, if you lose or if you do something in your software that makes a certain bug appear and your software now doesn't work anymore, well, the easiest way around it is just to download a new bot folder, and yeah, you'll have a clean version that works, and you just fill in your details again. So knowing this process or being good at this process will definitely help. So the first thing I will do, guys, I will share this version in test announcements. Okay, so the test 3.1, I'll post it right now in test announcements. So let me do that right now. Public release. There we go. All right, so it's in here. You guys can download it. Same process, which we'll go over right now. The first thing you do is you click it and you extract all. Okay, so if you extract a folder, it will be unzipped and it will look like this. Okay, if you go inside of this folder, you'll basically see the things that we are used to. So the active tables is the main thing that we want to look at, and the next thing we want to have a look at is our configurations. Okay, so I said we will set up a testnet account together with API key creation, so we can have a look at how that goes. Okay, so you go to your so guys, for those that are new to this process, you can go to testnet.bybit.com. All right, so you'll get a page very similar or exactly to similar to Bybit, but it is a testnet, so you can try out your strategies. Okay, this is very good for new people to understand what our trading bot does before they actually deploy it. Okay, you can also start a small balanced main account or mainnet account. It's up to you, but I think this is a good start. All right, so let's go to API. Okay, so if you want to have money on this buy a testnet account, you just basically go into the live chat, which is on the main page of testnet.bybit.com, and you ask the support for Bitcoins basically, and they will deposit it to your account. So what we're going to do is we're going to first of all delete one of these API keys because we have a little bit too many of them at the moment, and we'll create a name, whatever name you want to pick. And let me look for my API or thingies. 1 second, guys. All right, so we want positions and orders, right? And the rest we can keep it like this. I don't like to bind it with my API. In case you're using a VPN, don't bind it at all. It will cause problems. So this is all you do. You pick a name. Let's pick a normal name, guys. Test video. Okay, so I'll delete this one later so I know it. Okay, confirm this testnet API, and then what you do is you fill in your Google Authenticator. So even on the testnet, you have to create a Google Authenticator so that you can start trading. Okay, now we have our API keys. What we want to do is copy them over and go back to the bot folder that we've just set up, which is this one. And we have a config file, which we're going to open up right now. Let's have a look. Open with Notepad, so it should look something like this. And the short key goes in key, and you copy over the longer key, so the secret key, into your notepad private key section. So here we go. That's it. So now you have your key and your private key filled in into your configuration. So now the bot knows which account, which Bybit account to send the orders to. All right. So you keep the rest the same, but the thing is, network has to be changed to testnet because we're going to try out the testnet first. Okay. So testnet. We've changed mainnet to testnet. Which asset do we want to pick? Well, we can pick from BTC USD, Ethereum USD, Ripple USD, so XRP USD, and EOS USD. The thing is, the tables that I share are normally for Bitcoin USD. So I do have tables available for XRP and EOS USD, but I don't maintain them daily. So you would really have to create your own table. So for a beginner, let's start off with Bitcoin USD. We're going to trade the Bitcoin pair. Version 2.1.1, you can keep that the same. Your leverage, okay? Keep that to 0 because it's going to be cross margin. That means that Bybit will decide your leverage. If you really want isolated leverage for some reason, you can use that, but I would advise having less balance and isolating your balance in that way. Okay, so just deposit less on Bybit, basically, or deposit something on your testnet account, sub account, I mean. The stop trading trigger is something we discussed yesterday. Stop trading trigger basically means if the bot reaches this particular leverage, which you can give a value to, the bot will stop placing orders that will increase the value, the exposure. So stop trading trigger will basically stop your bot if your leverage crosses this particular value. Okay, so cross leverage, if you have $1,000 deposited, the cross leverage is at the beginning is of course 0. If you go to a 1x trade, if you go for in a position of 10,000 contracts, sorry, if you have $1,000 deposited and you go into a position for 10,000 contracts, your leverage will be 10x because you are using 10 times the amount of money which you have deposited on your account, which you have in collateral, basically. All right. So the kill emergency is basically if my account crosses this particular leverage value, I want my position to be closed immediately. Okay. I like to keep those to 0 and manage all of this in my tables and with my alerts. I don't like to set this as a hard config into my configuration because you tend to forget about, for example, your kill emergency, and that could close positions which you don't want to close. Okay, so it's up to you if you want to use them. They're here as safeties, so risk management. So you can use them, you can not use them. It's up to you. These I don't use, and they are basically in preparation for something that's upcoming, so I wouldn't advise using them currently. The license is basically the license and passwords which you have sent us to be your licenses to the trading server. So you can find those in our Discord conversation probably, and you can use them and fill those in for email and password. And this is basically the configuration. So let me fill in my email and password off screen, and we can continue this example. When you have your configuration set up, I want you to go to the active tables and just delete all the tables that are in this current folder, okay? Because I want you guys to pick your own strategies before you actually start trading. So if you go in the test tables in our Discord, there will be a lot of tables to pick from. The table that I want to would suggest you guys to start off with is the sideways table. So if you just download this table, okay, and save it to your computer, and you basically drag it into the active folder, which you just deleted all the other files from. So let's get this one. And I will explain the reasoning why I think this table is very useful to start off with. First of all, it's a very robust table, basically meaning that it can withstand a lot of different market conditions. And the way that it does this is by doing a lot of or completing a lot of trades and DCAing nicely into positions. So if we open this table up, we'll see that the table is percentage based. This is a new table, it's percentage based. So the amounts and the offsets are all percentage based. So it will grow dynamically and compound onto your profits if you use this table. Right, so this is the table that I would suggest everyone to start off with. If you are somewhat more experienced and you want to use TES more for signals or for manual trading, then you can try out some of the tables that I've shared in this folder, okay? So there you have the bear, bull, long UI, short UI tables and the long and short ad tables. These are very aggressive tables and only meant to be used manually, okay? These are amount based, so not percentage based. Make sure that anytime you are trying a strategy, at least open it up, have a look at what it's trying to do. Okay, so let's do that with the sideways percentage table, just to give you guys an idea. Well, I want to say that it's not that scary. Oh, sorry, I was doing a small test before this, so let me close this off from the testnet and close that open position. All right, so if we look at the chart currently, no, what we want to do is open up the sideways first. So what we want to do is open the sideways up, the percentage based sideways, which we put into our active tables folder, and we just drag it into this Google Doc spreadsheet. Okay, this is the best way to open up your tables, I think, because it just allows you to have a clear overview of what the settings are, right? So right from the start, we can see that the offsets are percentage based. We can see percentage signs behind them, and also the amounts are percentage based. All right, so percentage based amounts means basically that it's a percentage based on the total value on your account. All right, so total available value. Right, so over time, when your account grows and you make more profits, so you realize more profits, the amount will also increase with that, right? And if the price of Bitcoin increases or decreases, the percentages or the offsets will help you to dynamically adjust to that, all right? So therefore, the percentages might be a better choice than the dollar values if you're trying to dynamically market make instead of aggressively scalp or take a swing trade or whatever it might be, right? So how can I use this sideways table to basically how can I basically improve this sideways table and still give some of my own bias? Well, how you can do that is basically let's just think of a couple levels. Let's say our current resistance is around this area, so we're pretty bearish. So our small resistance is very close to us. Our bigger resistance, let's say, it's when we break these highs. This is just an example, right, guys? And our support, so when we want to buy, is at the 21 EMA, right? So what you'd have to do, because what I want to explain you guys is that this sideways table consists of three families. The first family works on the lower period TRS, so the RSI period is very low, 9 and 13 for the three parents that this family has. So this family has lower contract amounts and it's only shorting. So there is a small short family. All right, and then there is a big short family which has four parents, but also the amounts are a lot higher. So this is the bigger short family, all right? So the only thing we would have to do is fill in those support and resistance levels. So the bigger is at 48,888. So let's go to this one and activate it above 48,888. And we do that for all the four parents. This basically means this family will only be active above a price of $48,888 for Bitcoin. All right, so I basically restricted the parents to be activated only above 48,888. Right, and we go into the other restrictions in a bit, but 48, so that's a definite price that these parents won't be activated below. Okay, so they will wait for this price to hit. Let's do that for the next one is 48.43. 48, that's a smaller family, so 48, 431. So the three parents here, we restrict to be only active above this price. And then the third family in this sideways table is a dip family. So they are longing the price and it's four parents in total. So our support level was at 47.750, let's say. So that's what we fill in for the active below. Okay, so we want to buy below 47.750, right? So we want to restrict all these all these parents to only be activated below this price. Okay. What will happen currently is that these particular agents are set up to DCA in a very safe manner. You just gave your support and resistance levels. You can go to bed safely because even if we break out of this level, they will still start DCAing and you'll have a nice position around here and you can still get out of profit. If they come down and go up too quickly, well, that's not great. You actually wanted to break this even a little bit because that gives your agents a little bit of room to DCA, which makes sense if we see that the point of control is here. But nevertheless, this is how you set support and resistance levels for my entry strategies. So the sideways tables are back tested, but they're based on my entry strategies, my DCA strategies, and some things that we have back tested over the last 2 years that we've been doing this. But you can definitely make your own logic, like your own DCA strategies, and restrict them in the way that I did with the active above and below prices, right? Um, so just to summarize, for the new users, I would advise you to use the sideways table. Maybe start off without setting support and resistances. Later on, you can try setting your own support and resistances and see how that goes for you. And then after that, you can go to test tables and you could try some manual tables, which you can start and stop, but you should definitely have some logic for that and either have some trading view alert trigger them or basically be around yourself. Right, so that's these tables that I shared. All right, so guys, delete all tables, pick the sideways sideways percentage until you're more familiar because the current active tables that I've dropped in aren't that spectacular. They're not even that good, so you'll have to change them anyway. So good luck with that, but try to get into it a little bit. It will help everyone, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And yeah, let's see if we can create some nice results, and I will share those results with the trading bot group. If you're new to this video or you're new to our software, please subscribe. We will make more content like this and share it on the YouTube. If you're interested, there will be a link below to our Discord community. There have been a lot of new entrants and everyone is really enjoying using the software. So yeah, I would love to see you guys on board. All right, have a good day, guys, and I'll speak to you guys soon. Bye bye.